Good morning. Today I have the pleasure of speaking to Ash, who created a very useful tool which improves existing listings through AI. So you want to tell me a little bit how this tool came about, and we'll do a walkthrough on how it actually works.
Yeah, hi Ed. Thanks for having me. Yeah, I basically I'm a seller. I'm a practitioner myself. We have a brand that launched in 2016, 2017, and I was learning how to sell on Amazon and having a background in software. I started building the software that streamlined my process, and I was able to use it to expand my catalog. And before I know it, masterminds that I'm part of, other sellers started using it, and it took off from there. And now we have several thousand sellers and agencies using it to improve their listings and use it to become the workshop or the housing of all the copy for all their listings across multiple brands even.
Okay, so let us see how it works. I know there's a lot of like AI and enhancements for bullet points and titles, so let's see how that works. I know a lot of people who are listening have existing listings and which they would love to improve. So you want to show me, please?
Sure, yeah. Let me share my screen here and walk you through it. Let me know. Can you see it?
Yeah, yeah.
Great, great. Okay, so I know at first this seems can be intimidating, a lot of colors, a lot of things going on, but let me walk you through it and it will make sense. When and I talk to Amazon sellers every day and everybody tells me what they're tired of, bouncing between tools, tabs, spreadsheets. Your keyword research is in a spreadsheet. Your copy from your copywriter or from your own cell, or if you're writing your own copy, sits somewhere else. Writing listings takes forever. If you got multiple brands, different brands have different voices. We try to streamline it where everything lives under one roof without wasting time or effort. So, for example, this is a listing from one of our products, and it's a daily planner. On the left side here, you see all your keywords from your keyword research, right? You have tabs that look like what you would see in your spreadsheet, and the AI can organize for you. Even if you have your misspelling, it sits in its own tab. On the right side, it looks what you would be familiar with from Seller Central. You got your TFSD is what we call them, which is title, feature, search terms, and description, right? And then these color coding, it tells you where every single keyword is utilized in your copy. So, for example, the word daily planner, it's in your title in exact match because it's green, and it mentioned in a broad matching in the feature search, the search term, and in your description. So you quickly, in one glance, you can see here your entire listing. You can make changes, you can make edits, and then at the end of the day, hit publish, and it will go straight to Amazon Seller Central. And you can see a comparison between what's in Amazon and what's on keywords. But the cool thing is not just the integration, but that everything lives under one roof. So you have AI integration here that understands Amazon guidelines, understands your keywords, understands your brand voice. So you can click AI assist, and then AI will give you suggestions based on all of these. Will say, okay, here's some alternative titles. Okay, and here's some alternative features. And all of this comes in one play, so it just saves you time. We have what we call audit reports. Audit reports is like when you take your car in for a routine checkup, and then you get this multi-point check. Okay, it needs license, or it needs a breaker fluid, or it needs wiper blades. And what the report does, it analyzes your report, your listing on Amazon. It tells you, okay, here's a summary of what needs to happen. Here are the critical issues that you need to address. Here's some recommendations. And you go through, we look at your SEO, we look at your copywriting, We look at your compliance in case you are using keywords or anything that can raise flags that could cause your account to get suspended or your listing removed. And then at the very end, we have an AI that is trained in Amazon guidelines and understands that audit, that generated audit, along with your research and keywords, and you can chat with it and ask it questions. So, what high intent keywords that I'm missing, and then the AI will look at everything and will give you, okay, you're missing here are the clearly stated high intent keywords like daily to-do list, undated. So these are ADHD planner. Some of these keywords that are, and you can ask any question. What are the top three things that will move the needle? And you can type any question and you will get results. And you see it right there. So it's just a quick demo that I wanted to walk through. At the end, you can take these suggestions and do them yourself, or you can just simply say optimize listing, and it will take all of that. You will tell it, okay, you'll select which marketplace you want to optimize a listing for. We support 21 marketplaces, multiple languages within each marketplace, depending on what Amazon supports, and say optimize. And it's literally one click optimization. And that will work in the background. We can leave that, and then it will work here and tell us when it's done. And that's it. Everything lives under one roof. If you have multiple brands, you can go back to projects. You can categorize your brands in categories or product line or parent SKUs. You can integrate and import from your Amazon listing or your Amazon catalog directly, and you can select, okay, I want to bring these in, I want to import them, and immediately it will do all of that. And then again, your reports here, if you can run multiple reports against your own ASINs or against a competitor to kind of get an idea. If you're wanting to launch a new product, this gives you a very quick glance to how to optimize things and how to move forward.
Right.
Um,
This is very cool, and I think a lot of our sellers are going to like it. How, I mean, I could see this being useful for like old listings that haven't been touched for like years, right?
Sure, sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Absolutely. And you can certainly use it to optimize old listings, and if you have a large catalog and you focus on the top 20% that generates 80% of your revenue, which is great, it will help with that too, but also it will allow you to touch these lower listings. And I've done that on our own brand because every brand has these almost dead type of products that don't move very much. And this allows you in just a few minutes to do your keyword research, deploy the changes, and hit publish, and it goes to Amazon. And the other thing that I found it helpful, like a lot of brands with larger catalog use it, agencies that have multiple accounts and multiple brands that they use that as well. And we have a lot of features like if you have multiple brands, for example, you can configure the brand to have different voices. So, for example, if you have a barbecue brand and a skincare brand, the voice of a brand it matters. So, when you configure the AI assists and the suggestions that come back are on brand tone, on brand voice. So, it makes things consistent and it makes things appropriate to the audience that you're selling for.
Right. This is very impressive, and congratulations on
Thank you,
putting
Ed.
this together. I actually think a little bit like what we were saying at the top before we started recording, that it's almost like you have to use these tools or you're not going to be able to compete because everyone else is going to be using it.
100%, 100%. And I think the keeping everything in one place have been such a productivity boost for my own brand in party supplies and celebrations, and then also for agencies and other people or other or brands that are operating across multiple marketplaces, multiple um, um, uh, different voices and different brands and so forth. Like I think I don't know. I mentioned translation, so you can take any project or any listing. A project corresponds to a listing or a SKU, and you can say, I want to translate it from, let's say, the US to Germany, for example, and then it will analyze the search intent and the keywords, the keyword research, and will look at your target marketplace and then reverse engineer that and then prepare your listing where you can just hit publish and then it goes to your new. So it allows you to expand your marketplaces because in many ways the name of the game in Amazon now is you got to scale and margins are getting smaller as everybody knows and fees are getting higher and unfortunately you have to sell more and more products and more marketplaces and just this allows you to scale and operate your brand a lot more efficiently.
Right. Okay, very very cool. I'm gonna put a link below. And I mean, just quickly, what are the you charge? It's per ASIN, right? It's per ASIN managed.
It's per project, and a project corresponds to a listing, or if you have multiple SKUs per ASIN, so you would naturally be per ASIN, but when it goes to like we tie a project to an Amazon listing, so yes, technically it's per ASIN, assuming you have one SKU per ASIN.
Right. Okay. Very cool. And I'll put the link above. And thank you so much for coming on Sunday morning. I appreciate it.
Oh, absolutely, Ed. It's my pleasure. And thank you again for what you're doing for the Amazon community. I think it's wonderful. And yeah, I hope this is something that would help your audience. And I'm always available. I can be reached at ash at keywords.am. And I love giving demos and I love hearing stories from other sellers. So if anybody has any questions about any of that, please shoot me an email or find me on LinkedIn. And happy to be of service.
Okay. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Thank you, you too, Ed.